Yeah, I think there was a lot of emotions coming off the Wisconsin trip, and I shared with the team. I felt both encouraged and disappointed. Encouraged that we competed against Green Bay, who's a really good team. Disappointed with the outcome, and hopefully we learned a lot from that game as well as the whole trip. I don't think we played particularly well at Milwaukee, but we did enough to win the game. And so I think coming into finals week and a lot of practice time, it was a good reset for our group to really get back in the gym and get better because this group has to continue to do that. And so I thought we used the time very effective to what we needed to do to focus on us, to really get back in the gym, get a lot of shots up, work on our player development, and then obviously start our prep for a really good Wright State team.
What was, we don't often have a 1 week, 8 day, 9 day break in the middle of the season. I mean, what was kind of the main focuses that you guys wanted to work on, that week?
I think a little bit of both on both sides of the ball. Definitely put some new things in offensively. Definitely worked on some things defensively. Obviously, not going to give a whole lot away here in the press conference, but it was definitely a time for us to get better. And maybe even work on some different lineups as well. So, also we use the time to rest, to recover. To work on even some mental toughness, some mental training, which I think will help this group. And so I was really happy and encouraged with what transpired this week. And we've had a really good couple days of prep for Wright State.
Do you like having those kind of, long breaks where you can just have like a week of practice and just kind of focus on things? Because you guys, after this NTE trip, you guys are going to have another 9 day break before getting in fully into conference play. So, I mean, how do you feel about those kinds of breaks?
I think every team is different. And so when I looked at our group and how young we are still, I thought the practice time was really, really important for this team. Now, Casey, as a 6-year senior, probably wants to just play games, right? But I think for our young group, and they still need a lot of development, a lot of practice time. And so for this group, when I scheduled it, that was definitely, something that I looked at. Normally in years past, if I have an older group, we'll probably play our guarantee game around this time. Unfortunately, with graduation, we have a little bit of a challenge, scheduling a home game during finals week. And so you usually have to go on the road. And then with us playing Wright State on Tuesday, it was really tough to put a game in on Sunday.
Coach, 3 games on the road in the next, or 3 games in the next 5 days. Just what are the challenges that come with that, especially with all the travel?
Yeah, I don't really see it as a challenge. I see almost this week as an opportunity for us to prepare for what could be conference play, conference tournament play down the line come February, end of March. And so I really like the tournament setting. Us going down to Florida, we're going to have some fun. We're going to enjoy the nice weather. But we are playing two games down there against two really good opponents that hopefully will prepare us for where we want to be come March. Indianapolis with back-to-back game opportunities. That's why you schedule these tournaments in December, for those opportunities hopefully later in the year.
Wright State has been kind of up and down throughout the year, but what have you kind of seen from them and what do you expect?
I think they're really good offensively, averaging 70 points per game. They're fast in transition. They want to play up tempo, so the pace, could be really, really up tempo. They love to shoot the three. They're one of the best teams in the league at shooting the three. They've always traditionally been that, so that's going to challenge our 3-point defense. I think Carrie does a really good job with the personnel that she has. I know they're going to come in hungry and prepared, and right now we're sitting 1-1, both of us. So this game could mean a lot come later on in conference play.
And obviously, Green Bay has been kind of the class of the league for a number of years. That had that pedigree, and we saw just what it was a couple nights ago they almost knocked off number 20 Washington.
Yeah.
The way that you guys played that game, held them to a low scoring total defensively, kept things close, but just kind of a few made shots and really putting things down to the wire. What like how you talked about being encouraged but also disappointed, but okay, this is, proof of what you're doing is working kind of thing?
Yeah, Neil, I think you're spot on. I think we know how to defend Green Bay. I think we do it probably better than anybody in our league. Now we have to do it a little bit better, and we have to be a little bit better offensively. I don't think we were great offensively against Green Bay up there. So again, it was at their place. We'll get another opportunity here in another couple weeks. But honestly, the most important game is Wright State, and then the next conference game afterwards. And we go in and out of conference play right now. But as much as we have those games in Florida, our focus right now is Wright State and only Wright State.